Hello there, welcome back to Tabarestan and the Shahanshah achievement. Currently we are at war with the Timurids, as you can see, and it's going fairly alright. The Ottomans are also at war with them, which leads to, well, some interesting moments here. One problem might be that this Timurid army is pretty big, but it's going south, and it's being hurt by attrition. The Ottoman forces here are really an interesting one, because they seem to be actually trying to hunt down said Timurid force, and of course that's really interesting. We also got some Shia rebels up in Alania, thanks to us sieging the Timurid lands, and the reason for this is actually really simple. It's got nothing whatsoever to do with, in this case I guess can lose temp. Yeah, we'll take the prestige. It's got nothing to do with shit. This is not what we wanted to have happen. Basically now the war is over. It's nothing to worry about, and apparently the unrest has gone down a bit, but the big question now is, do I want to continue this war? I need to get Kazan and Yemen out of it then ASAP. If not, then this will not work. Kazan and Yemen will probably give up pretty soon, but it's a weird one. Anyways, I think what I might have to do is just go for making a peace deal right now, a peace deal that they will accept. I will take this for myself. I will have some provinces go back to Persia, hopefully. Let's see here. If I can find anything. Ray Samnan. Ray. I think I'll go with starting to cut them in two. Then we can continue later. So we'll take Kumis and Ardha Khan if we can. Ardha Khan, will they accept another cheap province potentially? And that is what I'm hoping for. I can take Balm, but that wouldn't make much sense. Take Boynord would make more sense, and I'm basically close to the edge of what I can do here. And as you can see, they won't actually accept it if I take their cash, but we'll take some of their cash. And we can actually continue this war for just a little while longer, and we're going to do that. The reason why we're going to continue the war for a little bit longer is actually fairly simple. By dragging it out, so to speak, we're going to be able to hopefully up their war exhaustion, which will be kind of important here, and hopefully we can run their forces even more down to the ground than they already are. The problem, of course, is that they could end up beating me here thanks to them having more troops. But I am ahead in tech still a little bit, so it should be fine. The problem, of course, is my vassals here. They will probably lose their forces to such a big Timurid force, so to speak. But at least now I can force a little bit more money out of them, just a tiny bit. But anyway, taking 4 provinces from the Timurids is not too shabby. It's a start to begin with, and hopefully during the next couple of wars we can hopefully cut them in half. We'll see how it goes, but we're going to end this war. They are currently at war with Qara Quonlyu too, so rebel-wise we could get an interesting one here. And also, since they're already at war with Qara, it's also kind of tempting to just go straight ahead here and declare war on them. But it's a weird one. If I declare war on Qara, hopefully I can drag the Ottomans into that, because if I drag the Ottomans into war with Qara, then we're definitely going to be looking good. Of course, the fact that they are at war with Kazan is not a benefit for us, but we can probably drag them into the war if I aim for it. So we'll take 3 provinces back to Persia and a core back to me. That will be the deal, unfortunately, in this case, and it will probably again work out to my advantage here. Hopefully, if we get some Shia rebels up and running, they might go to me, or they might pop the lands to either myself or, of course, Persia here. So that is at least a goal. And if I were to declare war on Qara right now, the Ottomans will not join, because they have the defensive attitude. They have they basically do not want to get into war with me. But I think we're going to declare on Nogai. It's really tempting to do so, but Crimea do actually have a force up here. I'm a little bit unsure how I would like to handle this if it happens, because it's kind of a weird one. But at least they do have a Persian core, although it's down here. I'm pretty sure the Persians will actually keep it due to Shia and Persian, so that shouldn't be an issue. And I think I'll also take these 2 provinces. This one I think I can hand over to Persia. We'll have to see. But for the time being, I'll do a little bit of thinking, then I'll come back to what we'll do in terms of a decision of attacking Nogai or not. It could be, it could lead to some bad things here. If we check the troops here, let's see here, it's Crimea, Nogai and Qara. Qara is busy, so I don't worry about them. Shahanshah has 3,000. Where is Nogai? They should be up here somewhere. There they are, 9,000 men. Should be fairly easy. Crimea should be wounded after this war. They still have 10,000 though, so it's basically going to be a rough, very rough war. But I think this is as good as time as any to attack. Now, if I declare war on Qara, we're going to get just Nogai and Shahanshah, and I think that is actually, in this case, a better choice. But let's face it, we will have to, we'll lose some piety if we do that. So declaring war on these guys instead could be really useful. But I would really prefer it if I can get Ottomans to join in the war. So I think we're going to just sit by and wait. They're not going to recover as quickly. We also have a small need of recovering. So all in all, it could probably be beneficial for me to wait here, just because of the fact that the Timurids might go ahead and destroy the Qara forces, leaving them out of the war potentially, which of course could be useful because tanks can clear them alone later. So I'll sit by here and we'll see if we get some something interesting going down potentially. Declare war on Nogai, incorporate Golden Horde, create a proper fleet. I think we're going to wait for the next mission, then we'll decide what to do. Now this is an interesting one. The Ottomans have actually declared war on Qara Quonlyu. Syria has in Shahanshah, and we'll accept that, but it's kind of an awkward move, so to speak. The goal for me will be to siege these 3 provinces, and hopefully I don't have any claims to them. And worst case scenario here, the Ottomans might actually do something that require me to fight them. So I should probably just have been ahead of it and declared war, but I can't complain over spilled milk, so to speak. So we'll just try and siege these 3 provinces and then we'll see what we'll do. At the end of the war we'll probably declare on Nogai, due to the fact that we can then just get Crimea, or get ourselves into war with just Crimea, then we'll annex the Golden Horde, and everything will be fine and dandy. The problem of course is Muscovy here. They are growing a little bit too big and they're a little bit too scary. But yeah, the goal here is now to probably increase the army maintenance while I'm at it, so that we don't lose this battle. And I think we're also going to just retreat. And as I said, this is actually kind of a good thing for me. If you think about it, the Ottomans might hand something over to Persia. It is doubtful, but I can always hope. Ottoman conquest of Rabka. So they're actually going after the Syrian provinces. Good, that means that this area will probably be untouched. Probably. So what I think we're going to do is original plan. Going after, going after Crimea and Nogai, Crimea in particular. So we're going to declare war on Nogai with the goal of killing off Crimea and, well, unifying the Golden Horde to some extent. And we're going to go with, I think, cleansing of heresy is probably the best here. Well, I could actually go with tribal feud. Sure, we'll go with tribal feud. It works. It works. It works well. Or do I want to? No, we'll go with show superiority. It works better. So hopefully I can destroy the Crimean forces before they destroy my my vassals' forces here. And by destroying the Crimean forces, we will definitely already have won this war, I dare say. All that remains then is to siege, and we almost destroy them completely. So I'll just hunt them down, and then we should be done here. There's actually Crimean forces in Ottoman lands. That's a little bit unsettling and scary. But all in all, we should be able to completely destroy them there. And of course that is really, really important. Now for the time being we're going to use 3 sieging forces, I think. And I'm going to use this force to hunt down that small Crimean force, and then we're going to siege the rest of their land. The goal of course here is to take, to Noah's opinion, take Montegra from a rival Crimea. Which province is that? Sure, we can go with that one. We're probably going to take it anyways, so might as well get a, how should I put this? Get a little bit cheaper coring. So I'll focus now on harassing the Crimean forces with my army, and hopefully I can have my guys siege, well, the land in the area. And I'll leave these 2 sieges to, well, the Golden Horde. I think they are perfectly capable of doing that, hopefully. So for the time being, I'll hunt down their forces as I said, and hopefully the sieges will go just fine. We'll see how this plays out. Now the most interesting part about this was that they're actually at war with both Oirat and also the Nogai. So basically, I'm in a really good position here, to be perfectly honest. I can focus on Crimea alone, and they will be too busy doing other things to stop me here. And since we have... I'm sorry, what? Oh, funny part here, as you can see, thanks to my release of Persia, these are now overseas. Or maybe they always were, and I just didn't pay attention. But anyways, that means that I now only have 2 provinces where I can hire mercenaries. And it makes things a little bit awkward and weird and all that, but it's still not the best. Qara Quonlyu lost the war against Timurids, as you can see here, so that's not good. And apparently the unrest have already been solved, so rebels are apparently not a good way anymore, at least, to break up countries, which is kind of disappointing. Timurids are probably going to be the new France, if you ask me, because France has, at least in this game, not really taken much. They basically just stayed the same size so far. Well, it's been still a bit too soon to say that, but I'm definitely going to have to rely here on being able to bring the Ottomans into a war with these guys if I am to win. So it's going to be interesting in the future, let's just say that, and hopefully here I can siege Crimea without any problems. We'll see how it pans out. Apparently the Ottomans might have put themselves in an awkward position here, because they did take a lot of provinces. They took 4 Qara Quonlyu provinces, they took 1 Syrian province, and as a result here, the provinces I took, I don't think they are required for what I'm trying to do here. We can always check that really easily here. I can't actually check what I need to perform Persia anymore because Persia exists, which is a problem. But anyways, I know that I need Tabriz. I'm a little bit unsure if I need anything here, but if I do, that means that I will have to find the Ottomans sooner or later, or hope for a, well, lucky union, which is not likely, let's just say that, but at least it is a possibility. But I think what we might have to do now is go for a vassalization of these guys as soon as we can, basically once the truce is up. And if I can, I'll also aim at declaring war with Timurids, bringing in the Ottomans to grow up Persia. That could be the only way to actually beat them, I believe, if things do, well, not pan out as I want them to. But for the time being, we'll continue the sieges. We'll do an upgrade to military tech here, to level 10, the Reiter. With that, we get maneuver value increased by 25%. I can use Culverin and Pedreros, and I need some new types cavalry. A Quasi-Bash cavalry. So we'll just upgrade right away, not really a problem. And I think we might as well go ahead here and take the, well, Admin Tech 5 here. Temple and Constable can now be built, and hopefully I can still call the province that I'm planning to take. Now that's an interesting one. Ukak, Ashrakan, has been released. So it could potentially be something that I want to attack, because I can just hand the province over to, well, why not? It's free piety, they don't have any troops, I can easily hand it over to the Golden Horde, and all in all it's pretty useful. Unfortunately, Malikatis, we got some pretenders rising up, but we'll deal with them, I think, pretty simply. But these are Crimean Patriots. Jeez. Okay, that's not good at all. I might have to abandon some sieges here, and I think I'm going to abandon this one. Join them up in Kunzir, and then we'll take care of the guy here that is currently being annoying. How good is he? Can I check him? 364, wow. Could have been an interesting one, but I don't think I want to, well, make my realm less stable, considering that I bought a Timurid and Ottoman. It's kind of seems like I have to show strength all the time if I want to survive this, so we'll not be doing anything as silly as, well, potentially putting ourselves in a really awkward position. Okay, let's see, and we'll put Golden Horde in charge of that province there. And how willing are Crimea now to come to the negotiating table? Oh, my apologies. Let's see, they'll actually hand that over. They'll hand that over. But the goal is actually to take these 4 provinces as well, to make my land look better. So I think I'm going to get everything that I want here. And also, to combat any future rebels, we're going to reduce our war exhaustion, because it's starting to get a little bit annoying. But yeah, for the time being, we'll just sit by and try and win this war. I'll get back to you very soon. Unfortunately here, our most gracious ruler died, and as a result, we get a new one. 3, 4, 5, pretty good. We kind of had the same here, actually, for across the entire board, so these are both really good rulers, let's just be honest. We prefer a little bit more in the admin aspect, but I can live with the current deal. And as you can see here, thanks to the church duty and my national tradition, stability is actually pretty damn cheap. But what I'm going to do is just siege this province, and then we're going to be making some peace here. Unfortunately, I will not be hiring anyone since we're currently losing money. I might hire someone after this once we actually need to start converting the provinces, but before that I don't really see any good reason to do so. So as I said, we will be aiming at taking, hopefully, these provinces, provided that we can actually beat, well, we're not far off currently. But this is a goal out of what I will be taking, and as you can see, no one will really care about it if I can pull it off. The main issue with this is, of course, the fact that I need to beat the rebels here, I think, in order to make it a reality. And Nogai managed to actually re-siege Iran, which is not the best thing ever, but it's not horribly bad either for that part. Ukek should fall pretty damn soon. Hopefully I can hand it straight to the Golden Horde. If not, I'm probably just going to keep it around for, well, safekeeping, so to speak. They are still going to go to Sarai. That's an interesting one, but they changed their minds, so that is fairly nice. Anyways, these guys, can I force them to Ukek? Will be ceded to the Golden Horde. I will take a little bit of aggressive expansion, not much, but enough to make it noticeable. And I think we will allow our force to just relax to some degree, and well, just continue sieging. Now, in terms of national decisions, I can do these two, and we're going to do both of them because they're useful. And as I said, I'm pretty sure Crimea will give up and hand over what I want pretty soon. The economy, you fools. But anyways, that is a annoying, infuriatingly so, event. But even so, the Ottomans are kind of more infuriating here. They haven't gone west at all. They have gone east. They haven't gone south. Well, they've gone a little bit south, but not much. And again, this is kind of why I don't like them. They also want my provinces, as you can see. So I think I might actually have to consider trying to make Lithuania my ally here. Although they're not too strong, they might be useful. But we'll leave that in the future. We're going to end it here, and we're going to make peace next time. Feel free to comment with any praise, criticism, anything at all, and I'll see you around next time. Bye.